Hi everybody, this is Joni. Today I'm coming on with a tutorial on this eye look that I did with Magnifeyes Electric Violet Edition by Rimmel. And this palette sells anywhere between $8 and $10. Let me show you how I did this look, and if you like it, stay tuned. Okay, so let's do this. So I'm just going to prime my eyes with what I'm using lately is Too Faced Shadow Insurance. So there really is no matte shade in this for, to kind of do the base coat of your eye. So I'm sorry. I'm going back to my Ride or Die. It's the chocolate chip, their white shade that I almost use every time that I put eyeshadow on. So let's do this. So here are the colors, and I am going to try this. Well, let's just say the transition, I want to use this color here, the second from the left. And I can't do the whole windshield wiper thing. It doesn't work on my skin because I'm an older woman. So I kind of have to do these small sweeps in order for it to work for me. So that's what I'm doing here, trying to get good coverage. So that's a beautiful flesh tone color. If you look at it, I mean, it shows you just enough color, but not so much that, it's too much. So, so I really like that choice for a transition. And that looks to me like the only real true matte. I mean, I see satins in here. So I'm going to go into my crease with this bright purple here because that looks like more of a matte color to me than some of the other colors here. And I haven't used this before, so I don't know how pigmented this is. So I would rather start off slow and build than go in too heavy. But I can tell you that is a beautiful, beautiful purple. And here I am in that spot. It's shaved, really blending away. Sorry guys, I'm kind of really blending, but it is a gorgeous color. I just want to bring it up here a little bit more. Look at how gorgeous that color is. So I'm tapping off because, like I said, I would rather build slowly than get all this color on there that I can't get off. And that's my approach with makeup, is more of a, a slow progression. So I want to deepen it up just a little bit more. And I'm trying to decide between these two colors. I'm almost afraid that'll be too deep, so I'm going to try this one. I'm using the same brush because I'm in the same color family. I again am tapping it off and I'm going into the crease. And I'm trying just to stay in the crease, not to go too far up. And gotta be honest, I'm not seeing that much of a difference in the color. So I'm going to try and go up one more color, and I'm going to go to that deep color that I thought might be too deep. I'm going to try that. So I'm using the same brush, going into my crease, and I'm really just staying in my crease, not trying to bring it up, you know, higher or... And I do see that it is a little deeper in color. I don't know if you guys can see that. So I don't know if this is exactly as deep as I want it to go. So I'm gonna go up yet another color. I'm going to try this shade that it almost looks navy to me, but I'm gonna try it because that is definitely a deeper color. Using the same brush, I did clean it off. I have one of these, but I don't think you really even need to. So I'm again tapping it off because I don't want, I would rather build slow. And I definitely, so I'm going to do the outer V. I can definitely see this color. That is a nice color. Okay, so I'm feeling like this eye would look great with one of those bright pinks, you know, but this palette doesn't come with anything like that. So I'm gonna try and go in with this color here, and it looks like a metallic kind of a color. Want to show it to you on my brush before I tap off so you can see. Look at my brush. So yeah, although it doesn't look this pink, look at how pink it is on my brush. So that color actually might be the one that could do it. So I'm going to just go across my lid with that and see what it looks like. I love purples, so I feel like I could take this look somewhere different if I could use another palette with it, but I'm trying to stay with one palette because, you know, I know that you know, we don't all have the same stock in our supply, so I could bring in another palette, but if you're trying to follow along with this look, you may not have that other palette. So I'm trying to keep it with one palette. So I'm feeling like it still looks purple to me. So I'm gonna stay with that, but I want to darken up that corner a little bit more. So I'm going to take this other blue right here and try that in the corner and see what that gives me. So this is definitely a purple palette for purple lovers, but I just feel like it's not a standalone palette. Like, you definitely would do better if you had another palette to go with it. You know, one that had some pinks in it. But this is not a bad look, actually. I need to clean up the edges. I'm a person who doesn't like to waste things, so if I get a color that I'm not really crazy about, in foundation, which this one is. I found it didn't give me enough coverage on my face, but I want to cover up the corners. I'll take a brush, I'll take a stick foundation like that and use it to clean up my corners. But I'll take that with a concealer brush and just go on the outside of my eyes. And I'm trying to bring this out a little so it doesn't, I'm sorry, so it looks, you know, not like harsh lines. See, and it does the trick just like that. So the last thing I usually do with my shadows is I go into the inner corner of my eye with one of the brighter colors, like a silver or a sparkly white. For the sake of using one palette, I am going to do that with this color here. And it's hard to pick up on camera, but that's not a white, it's a silver. But I'm gonna just go around the tear duct, and I take a brush like this that has a flat top. But, you know, for details around the eyes, it's the perfect brush for this. And I just sort of, I'll call it like, do you call it stippling, or it's like stamping. It's like just stamping it around the tear duct. I'm still not crazy about this look. I feel like it's missing something, maybe some dimension. So I'm gonna go in with a flat brush like this. I'm gonna wet it, and I'm just wetting it with rose water. And I am going to go into this color here. Now that's like a really light purple, like a lavender color, and I just want to see what will happen if I put it right there in the center on a wet brush. Oh yes, that's what it needed. I don't know, are you able to see that? Now look at the two eyes. That just gave it dimension. I was looking for that. And I'm just doing the same thing, wet brush, just kind of tapping it in right in the center where the light really hits it, just to give it some dimension. There, that's it. So there you have it. There's the look. I'm pretty happy with it. My first impression of this palette is that it's lovely. It blends, but you have to be patient and you have to work with it a little bit. It doesn't blend super easily. It takes a little time to work with it, but the colors are beautiful. What it's lacking, I think, are some contrasting colors. I think this would have been nicer with a few pinks in it. Maybe, you know, a lot of the purples are very similar. Maybe take out one or two of, well, one of the purples, maybe take out one of the blues and put in a matte color, you know, for your base. Maybe a pink to add some contrast. But what they have in it is lovely. They all, you know, do what you want them to do. You just have to give yourself a little time with this and start off light-handed and build up. But thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, if you would give me a thumbs up. Until next time, bye.